says it's live.
Live.
Good evening, Facebook. I know it's going to take a few minutes for people to get logged on, but we said 7:15, and here it is, 7:15. Again, my name is Amanda. I am so proud to be a board member here at Riverside Community Players. I am your publicity liaison, and it is my duty and pleasure again to bring you inside the arena for The Love List by Norm Foster. This show goes up on September 8th. We are so excited to bring you the first show of our 92nd season. Riverside Community Players is one of Riverside's oldest institutions. It is one of the only theater in the rounds anywhere near this vicinity, and we are so proud to be here in the City of Arts and Innovation and at the forefront of both of those efforts. You know, our efforts are always dedicated to bringing you theater that is immersive and exciting and dramatic and funny and stories that deserve to be told. And what you're seeing now, literally in this second, is another one of our objectives to being far more innovative. We are so excited to be communicating and connecting with our audiences on a daily basis. I personally am your Facebook administrator, and it makes me endlessly happy to get comments and likes and shares. So please tune into this video, share it on your timeline, let people know to tune in, because you are about to meet a group of people who have an endless amount of talent, and we are so excited to see what they have to bring to our stage in just a couple of weeks. Now, I'm going to bring you a little bit of insider baseball. Sorry about the selfie stick. You know, this is 2017 and this is what we're dealing with. A little bit of insider baseball. This crew came together in a shorter amount of time than is typical. You know, one thing people don't realize about community theater is that the rehearsal periods are fairly abbreviated. You know, most big shows go up after months of preparation. Who you're about to meet is a group of people that are putting this show together in such a short amount of time, and I cannot even begin to tell you the caliber of talent that you're going to experience. So, if you'll give me just 1 second and bear with the shaky camera, I'm going to go ahead and turn things around so that we can actually get a good meeting with all of the cast and the director. So here we come. Extreme close-up. Hello, Mr. DeMille. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and flip. Hello, everybody. Okay, so again, this is me. Oh, wait, we're going to go this way. Hello.
Hello.
So we're going to start with the fabulous, talented director, Cindy East. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Fantastic. I'm going to go ahead and turn this just so they get you the
Are
right way.
you trying to make me look taller?
Yes,
Thank you.
absolutely, yes. Anything we can do. You let me know how you want to look and I'll make it happen. So tell us a little bit about your experience so far directing the show.
This show in particular is so much fun. It is laugh out loud. When I first read the script, when you read a script and you're laughing out loud, you know it's going to be funny. It's so well written. There's so much material. It's so meaty, and there's so much for the actors to grab a hold of and to develop. So it's not just a comedy that that results in undeveloped characters. These characters are fully developed. You're going to fall in love with all three of them. They're charming, they're witty, and it's been a real pleasure to work with these three people. One of them I've never worked with before. That's Caroline Lee Sanchez, who is our Justine. She is fantastic. She was brought to me by a friend, and I am just thrilled to death to be working with her. Eric Dunn I've worked with for a number of times, right, Eric? We've worked together, I don't know, 4 or 5 times, both on stage and me directing him. And David Billman, I worked with once through IVRT, and I'm so glad that I thought of him to come in and do this part, because he's just nailing it. He is the epitome of his character. And I think you guys, he's doing such a great job. You guys are going to love it, so please come see this show. This is my 4th show with Riverside, and I couldn't be happier to be here.
Great, so tell us a little bit about why this theater in particular is somewhere that you've chosen to come back to.
I got to be in a show here. It's been, you know, I know this theater's been here for years. I've been aware of it for years. I've come to see many shows here. I got my first opportunity to perform here in Vanya and Sonia and Masha and Spike. That was directed by Frank Manano. And I had such a great time here. Everybody here treated me so well. And then right after that, I got a phone call. They needed someone to fill in for a show. And so I came and did that. And then I got to direct, I don't think it was the last show of last season or the second to last show of last season. It was the Agatha Christie Appointment with Death. So that was my first directorial experience here. And again, everybody's been so supportive. I've just enjoyed working with everybody. And when they allowed me to come back this time for Love List, I jumped at the opportunity. So
Great.
here we are.
So tell us really quickly what you think, who you think will enjoy this show. What kind of audience members will enjoy it?
Mature audiences, for sure. Lots of innuendo, some spicy language for sure, but all in good fun. But definitely for mature audiences. But anybody with a sense of humor needs to be here in these seats.
Great. Well, thank you so much for taking the time out to talk to us. We're going to go ahead and move forward and meet your cast, if that's all right with you.
Absolutely.
Hi, guys. How's it going outside of Facebook?
Hi, Facebook.
So if you would do me a favor and introduce yourself and tell us who you're playing.
My name's David Billman, and I'm playing Leon. And I was caught off guard moments ago because when your character is a lovable sleazebag and your director says you're the epitome of that character, I'm not so sure that's a good thing.
Well, she said lovable, so if that helps.
Well, that moderates it a little bit, I guess.
Thank you so much. Hi.
Hi, I'm Caroline Sanchez, and I'm playing Justine, who is kind of this dream girl that comes to be, and I'm not going to be in my sweats.
Well, this is rehearsal,
There we
and
go.
Anybody who's on theater knows that this, before the magic of lights and makeup, there's plenty of makeup
Come
to
see
be
me
worn
look
later.
good.
Yeah, exactly. Hello.
Hi, I'm Eric Dunn. I'm playing Bill. He's has sort of a sad sack life at this time. He was divorced and he's a kind of bit of a hoarder. And then along comes Leon, his novelist friend of 25 years, who brings him this list that they make up and invent the perfect woman, Justine. And don't want to spoil the end because nothing that is nothing can be perfect.
Yeah, as they say, be careful what you wish for, right? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get all three of you in the shot so we can do a little bit of panel work here.
Okay.
So anybody can field answers to these questions. We just want to give the audience a little bit of a preview as to what they're going to experience. So if you guys want to tell me your favorite parts of your character.
I like mine because I get to switch a lot, so you got to come see what that means.
Gentlemen.
The character Bill, he kind of goes through lots of ups and downs. So that at first he's a statistician, so that's it sounds boring by nature. But as Justine comes into his life and things evolve, he tends to freak out a little bit here and there, and he needs to pull Leon in to get him right.
And I'm a novelist, which means that I have to experience life. I have to drink from an array of goblets. So
Yeah, that's a crock of, well,
that's not a crock of.
no, it's a crock of.
So we're going to get to experience you dipping into those crocs. And
Yes, and the goblets.
that's great. So what do you think this show is going to bring to audiences that they're going to be able to take away?
Lots of laughter.
A sore funny bone.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are a huge number of laugh lines in this that obviously during rehearsal we're laughing ourselves and we don't have an audience yet. But I think when the audience comes here, you're going to see so many points just all the way through the show that are so ridiculously funny. And there's lots of entendres, double entendres in there that we hope people will pick up. And a lot of physical comedy, a lot that Caroline has to do, a lot of changes that you have to come and see, and it should be just a real fun ride.
A lot of zingers, one right after another, so they better be awake and paying attention.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. So have either of you three worked here at this theater before?
I've been here several times. The last show I was here was Black Coffee, which was another Agatha Christie
Great.
one. I did a couple of Agatha Christie. One of my favorites was Doubt. I played Father Flynn in Doubt, directed by the great Joe Musil. And then Shot in the Dark. Phil Homer directed that. I was in that one. So
Very
And here it's very interesting to work in the round.
Yeah. So what would you say is the most challenging or fulfilling or exciting part of working here? Tell us your impressions of it. Of the actual arena, like working in a round arena.
Well, part of the challenge is that it's in the round, and if you have been in a lot of other theaters like David and Caroline have, and I've been around, this is the only one that I know of that's in the round, except at the old Globe Theater in Balboa. So the challenges are always being 2 feet away from that first audience member, and for the director, obviously putting us all in places so that you're not hidden and not always facing one direction. And I think that is the challenge, but it's also the joy. It's the fun of it. Is you really have to realize that there's people in that section and that section that have to hear you and see you, and that's makes it fun.
That's great. So the two of you, is this your first time here?
Yes, this is my first time. I've seen one other show here, and it was Almost Maine, and I loved it. I thought it was super cute. So when my friend John Lynn, hi John, said, hey, come to this audition, and Cindy was really nice in accommodating me and coming down here. And I was so excited because I've heard a lot of things, and I saw that show, and it was really great. And it's just such a neat experience, and there is so much history here. And it's fun, even just walking outside, you see the little stones with people's names and the years dated on it. So I love the history and the antiquity of it.
That's great.
And I also am making my debut here, or my debut. I've seen several shows here, some really good productions. And when I got the call from Cindy, even though I haven't done a show in a while, I jumped at the opportunity.
Fantastic. Well, we are so glad to have you all here. Before I let you get to your actual very important work of rehearsing the show, tell me a little bit about what brought you to theater in the first place. Let the audience know a little bit about your experience, your history with the theater, and why you love it so much.
Well, since it's pointed at me, I guess I'll go first.
You're all in frame, I promise.
It was in the early 80s. I had just moved to California. I didn't know a soul, and I thought I would audition, and the show I was auditioning for was what's his name, Mick Murphy, took The Cuckoo's Nest, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. And I had never been involved in theater in school at all. So I went and auditioned, and by gosh, I got a call back for the lead, and thankfully they didn't cast me, or it would have been a very interesting production.
Very cool. Caroline.
So I started doing theater in high school, and then I actually went to UCR and studied it, and then I went to England for a little while, and then I came back to Riverside, and so yeah, I've just been doing stuff here, a little bit in LA, and just excited to be back.
So we have a celebrity
Not
amongst
really.
us.
You have to be paid to be a celebrity.
Productions on the West End.
Oh yes, on the West End. I was
No, it's just
watching.
abroad.
I did not do theater in high school. I was far too shy. But my daughter did theater in high school, and I saw her in a production of Arsenic and Old Lace, as a matter of fact, and then in Rumors. And then it looked like so much fun. I took some classes, and I learned a monologue, and I said, well, I guess I'll go audition somewhere. Well, what do you know? The first audition I ever did was for The Crucible at Ranch Cucamonga, where I met David. And I did get cast, and I was terrified, and I thought that would be the last thing I ever did. I just did it once, and then the second weekend I was hooked, and now I'm addicted. So
Fantastic. Well, thank you all so much for joining us. It's such an exciting opportunity, especially with such an intimate cast, to get a chance to meet you all beforehand. I think something that's so special about the theater is the transformation between you and the characters we play. And I'm really excited for the audiences to get to see you truly transform and bring these other people to life and tell this wonderful story. So we're going to take 1 second and give your fabulous director one last opportunity. Is there anything else you want your audiences to know, my dear?
Just come see the show. You will not be disappointed. These guys are doing an excellent job. We still have a couple of weeks of rehearsal, and they're doing a great job, and I couldn't be prouder of them. And again, I'm glad to be here, and hope you come and see this terrific show.
Awesome. Well, by the way, before I close the video, I just have to point out, sorry, you got a nice little compliment. Charlotte Mackenzie says that Shot in the Dark was great.
yes.
So she saw it and said to say hello.
Hello,
So
Charlotte.
go ahead and flip around. Hey, there's me again. Thank you so much. I am literally, for the first time, inside the arena. Isn't this exciting? This is the very stage when you're going to see this talented group of people putting on The Love List by Norm Foster. Please don't miss it. Opening night gala on September 8th will be right outside on the patio after the show. And then, of course, you have 3 weekends to catch this really side-splitting, thought-provoking, intelligently written drama. And thank you so much, Hetty. I see you. Thank you so much. We are so glad you're never disappointed with us. We're never disappointed with you for taking a chance on Riverside Community Players. Please tell your friends. I'm Amanda Walker. This has been Inside the Arena. Till next time. Bye.